You can take pay out of 100%, and the benefits would still be worth more than 90% benefits with pay. 100% PNT really separates itself from all the other ratings. It's about 4 grand. Okay, it's 37, I believe. But with the spouse and dependent, you're going to hit that 4 grand mark. With any SMCK, you're going to be over that. Then, of course, you have aid and attendance that opens you up to a slew of other possible ratings if you have that one single rating at 100%. So there are just so many benefits to PNT. One that I really want to talk about is Champ VA. Now, we had mentioned it for TDIU. We didn't go into it. I really want to talk about that for Champ VA. And I think our situation, Jason, is unique because Jason and I, we've talked about this before. I don't use Champ VA because it does not suit my family's needs. I don't want to get into that. We have some serious needs over here. But on your side, Jason, you do use Champ VA. And the main thing I always want to push is, hey, just because you have the benefit doesn't mean that, one, you have to use it. But I would argue that at a minimum, you need to at least consider saying, hey, what is available to me at the federal level? Here's Champ VA. I always tell people Champ VA is just veteran version of TRICARE, right? Is it the exact same? Obviously not. But to framework your mind, if you should consider that, if you would use TRICARE, you would probably use Champ VA. That would be like a good, button for me to figure out. But Jason, do you want to add to 100% PNT benefits? And I'm sure we'll go back and forth on this one because there's so many.
Yeah, absolutely, Clay. And you know what? You're right. And the first thing that everybody has to think about and understand is, again, it might be good for you. It might not be good for you. You can also get it and not use it, right? Already sign up for it. Be a recipient of the benefit and not really ever use it. And that's okay too. So I have some white noise on in the background for those that can hear, right? I apologize. I mean, it is what it is. I can't do anything about it. So we utilize Champ VA. So me as the veteran, I'm 100%. I get all my stuff, done with the VA for free. That's all great. And my spouse and my child, my dependent child, have Champ VA. For our situation, we do a lot of we'll see like holistic providers and that type of stuff, which they don't take any insurance. So it's out of pocket. But if there's any sort of prescriptions or anything like that we ever have to fill, outside of mine, right? Because mine just comes in the mail. But nice. For them, it's covered through your sack, right? You got your big med sack.
Yeah. I have to pull it out.
Yeah, do it. Show us. It's a lot. So that just shows up. There it is. Bam. Keeping the UPS drivers busy or whatever. So I want to just rattle off a few things for those that are confused with what Champ VA can actually cover. So it says here, what benefits do you get with Champ VA? It says that you'll be covered for services and supplies when we determine they are medically necessary and we've received from an authorized provider. So number one, the first thing is that your provider must be authorized. So you want to check. You just don't want to go randomly somewhere and then be seen and be like, do you take this? Make sure that they're approved with the VA for Champ VA. Anyway, the covered services include ambulance service, ambulatory surgery, durable medical equipment, family planning and maternity, hospice, inpatient services, mental health services, outpatient services, pharmacy, prescription medicines, skilled nursing care, transplants. So there's a lot of stuff that's covered, Clay. So with that, I'll kick it back over to you.
Oh, yeah. And one thing I'll add on Champ VA, dependents only. Veteran, we use regular VA healthcare. Totally separate, not related whatsoever. I will say, I guess I'll add another thing too. It's about a 6-month time frame that I've heard to actually apply to Champ VA. So as a planning factor, if you're going to use it, 6 months can be a long time depending on what happens.